just got through the holidays, had a bunch of family here. I was actually sick for 4 or 5 days. Just felt a little bit run down, just not on like top of my mental game. One of the best things for me to do, and I found that for anybody, particularly men, a great way to reset your brain is to have one of these days, a subsistence day. So I get up in the morning and the whole goal for the day is to get something to eat. And my goal is to have a full meal for at least me, and then plus hopefully a couple of my kids. If I can accomplish a meal for 5, awesome, that's like the apex. But if I can get a good meal for me and one of the kids, then that's success too. So keep it super simple. So this isn't like going on a big fishing day or a big hunting day that I gotta do a bunch of logistical shit or that sort of thing. I just want to do simple stuff. So first thing I'm gonna do this morning is I'm just gonna grab my weight belt, fins, snorkel, mask, and I'm gonna go down and dive for Spanish lobster. They're just a small lobster. They're like a mini spiny lobster, but there's no size limit or anything like that. And a big one is probably the length of my hand here in Puerto Rico. So in order to get a meal of those, I've got to get 5 or 6 of them at least. I might go net some bait and try to catch some snapper. I might have to resort all the way to iguanas. Who knows where I'm gonna end up today. I might be done in an hour. I might be done in 8 hours. So let's get to it. So about as calm as it's gonna get. So one of the keys is just to keep the visibility good, is to not beat up the ground while you're diving in these caves. So I actually use shorter fins, not like my blue water fins that are real long. Those are just easier for me to manage. I've got a short pole spear there for lionfish. Got my rash guard. I actually just used the Origin Jiu-Jitsu rash guard. Got a little Vaseline for my beard right here. Small, little bitty light gloves, gotta have those. Stringer, I just string these lobsters on, which is blasphemy to some people because it kills them, but these are going to be in the fridge in 30 minutes, who cares. GoPro mask, a snorkel, that's it. All right, so you can see here I'm in pretty shallow water, just looking for lobsters. These are the little ledges that I like to look for the Spanish, and there's one right there. You can see they got smaller antennas, lots of little white dots. I actually reached down under there. You couldn't see it on the GoPro. I wrestled with that when he got away. So here, I got my attention caught by a couple bigger dog snapper that were back behind all these little porgies or whatever they are. There's a smaller dog snapper there. There's a couple that were 2 or 3 times the size of that on the back side of this little crack. I was hoping that scratching would draw them out. A lot of times I can scratch a little bit and they'll pop their heads right back out. I'm pretty limited with this Lionfish pole spear here. I mean, they literally got to be like point blank. Back to looking for lobsters. And this is kind of stuff I typically only see the small Spanish lobsters in. Here, way back in there, you can see the antenna of the small Spanish, little white dots also. I didn't even try for that one, he's just way too deep. Here, I actually saw this spiny lobster from the surface, reached in to grab him, immediately realized he was way smaller than I thought, let him go. All right, so no luck on the first adventure. I actually wrestled with a couple Spanish lobsters, and then I actually saw a couple spiny lobsters, both of which were too small. So anyways, no luck. I actually broke the antenna off of one of the Spanish, which always bums me out. I hate to hurt something without being able to get it, but it just got back in the hole and I couldn't get it. I did notice that a couple of the lobster holes that I usually check that usually have like, 6, 7, a dozen Spanish lobsters, that they had been obviously worked, and I think it's because we've had 3 or 4 days of really mellow ocean. So these are pretty accessible spots, or very accessible spots. So it seems like they get hit, guys dig into those holes and catch a bunch of those lobsters, so they get kind of fished out a little bit. I chased around a few schoolmaster, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my son and some chum and come back in here and just fish for a few of those schoolmasters. He really likes catching them. They're tiny, so it's just more of a fun thing to do with him. So I'll probably do that, catch a few of those, and then I'll probably get the net out and try a little something else for the rest of the day. Probably focus more on fishing, but I might get back in and dive too. The water's pretty darn nice. All right, so round 2 of trying to get something to eat for dinner today. So I've got some mullet that are about a year old. I netted last year, so we're gonna use those up to get them out of the freezer. And then I've got these chum balls. So what these are is these are sand, corn, and then ground up fish. We'll use one of those to kind of get the schoolmasters hitting the chum. And then I'll set the boys up, just my young kiddos. And if my daughters want to fish too, I'll bring a couple poles down with little simple circle hooks on them with light leader on it so the snappers can't see them. And we'll try to catch 5 or 6 of those little schoolmasters for dinner. I got 2 partners with me. I got Y-Man.
Because Tatum's coming.
And I got Miko. These guys are gonna help me catch some little schoolmaster snapper out of here, and we're gonna cook them whole. We got some bait balls here. Who wants to throw one in first?
Me.
Okay, we'll do one at a time. We're gonna chum them up in there. So guys, we're gonna use little baits, okay? Because I was diving today, and these fish are small. Like they're this small.
Oh.
But they're perfect to eat. Go for it, buddy. Great cast, Wyatt. Leave it right there. Pop it closed.
Watch out, that one.
Okay, we gotta remember to do this, bud. You gotta pop that open. Ow, bro.
I see a little pool right there. Watch out.
Nice cast, dude. Okay, here guys, the chum right here, okay? The chum. So this is where I want you guys to cast the right there. Okay? That's where the chum's gonna be, right there. And all the fish are gonna come to it. Perfect. Close it right there. That's okay, hold on. Let me tighten this up. Wait up.
I got it. No,
okay, wait up. Wait up. Here, hold on. Let me tighten your drag. Stop.
No, I
Stop.
need to get it.
Here, I gotta tighten it up for you.
Tighten it. Yeah,
Let me feel. Is it a
it's
fish?
definitely a fish.
Oh yeah, it is real. Here, let me tighten it up a little more. Hold on, buddy. Stop.
I'm gonna get him.
Go. Real, dude. Real. Still got him?
Yeah, still got him.
Bring him up. Yeah, buddy. There he is. Yeah. Bring it up. Yeah. Woo. Schoolmaster, you're right, buddy. Yeah. Right here. Bring it here.
Can I keep it?
Yeah, of course. Okay, hold on a second. Hold it up. You got a big one. Hold on. Now, wait. Don't reel for me. Okay, now keep reeling. Reel. You got one, buddy. It's another school. Oh, okay. This is okay. Hold it in the water. This is not. Yeah. This is not. This one can spike you. So hold on. Just keep him in the water, okay?
Wow.
Here. Keep him in the water. Let me get my pliers, okay? Okay, here. Bring. Let me see.
I think he's gone.
Here, come over here. Yeah. It's another schoolmaster, okay? Come here. Here, let me adjust it. Okay, go ahead and reel. Yeah, you got him. Tip up. Oh, you lost him. All right. So
nice of Daddy to take all those kids fishing.
the day of catching food. This is what we're at so far. Wyatt, let's see. We got one 6.5 inch. Well, that's probably a solid 8 inch schoolmaster. And we caught an octopus that I felt too bad about killing, so I throw it back. But we're gonna do some more. Okay, last dive of the day, last chance. So did a little clean shaving because I was having some water get into my mask. But we're gonna focus on spearfishing. Maybe snag a couple lobsters if they're around. But gonna go out with a buddy. So going to a little bit deeper water, try to get a couple fish to go with Wyatt's schoolmaster snapper and make a meal out of it. All right, back in the water. A little less visibility, but we're in a different area. More lobsters, less fish typically here. Here we got a little mangrove snapper, just big enough to make a decent meal. Missed one there. Here you can see a lionfish off to the left-hand side. That's what I actually dropped down there to shoot, and then I saw a bigger snapper back in here, but missed. Ended up with just a couple. More little fish for dinner. All right, guys. So sorry about the pressure washer in the background, but finishing up the day. Got a couple fish there. Not big. Believe me, it looked bigger underwater. Missed a couple other fish. Wrestled with a bunch of lobsters. One thing nice about shooting fish that size here, right? You know, like 10 inch snapper or whatever, and there's no rules against that here in Puerto Rico. There's some limitation on yellowtail snapper, but other than that, there's not any size limitations. Obviously, you don't want to shoot stuff that's too small to eat, but the silver lining of small fish like that is we're on the border of ciguar territory here, and I really don't want it. I've got several buddies who have dealt with it, and in general, kind of the local knowledge on them is these smaller fish like that, even double that size, you know, basically below 2 or 3 pounds, the chances of getting ciguatera are very low. So the silver lining of only shooting small fish today is I have to worry less about that. So I actually kind of like that. But anyways, no excuses for shooting small fish. They are small fish, but I'm always looking for a little positivity, and that's the silver lining. Just a really good day to reset. So I highly recommend it to everybody out there. If you can go squirrel hunting, if you're somewhere where there's invasive species like iguanas, you can go diving. You know, maybe you're near a lake where you can, you know, spearfish, you know, certain types of fish. There's some of that freshwater stuff. Just all these little niche things that are maybe not like the sexy hunts. If you can spend a day doing it, it can give you a reset. And I think it's just like triggering that primal, you know, hunter-gatherer, like let's just spend the day finding some resources. I don't know why it works, and I've got no science to back it up other than my personal experience. If I'm feeling wonky and I'm feeling kind of off, or psychologically off, or psychologically low, or tired, or whatever, it works. Go out and do a subsistence day, whatever it is, squirrels, rabbits, doves if it's dove season, whatever's open. If you can do a couple of them, if you're near the ocean, do what I did today and hit up a bunch of different adventures at once. Hook and line fishing, spear fishing, lobstering, do it all at once. Whatever you can do to get out there and do a subsistence day, I'm telling you, it'll pop your gears and you'll feel way better after it. It gives me a total psychological reset. And honestly, if you feel like it's really important to you and you live in an urban environment and you just can't do this, I understand that. Like, it's not a possibility for everybody. If that's you, I strongly recommend you figure out in the next 18 months, the next 3 years, how to change your life where you can have this kind of day periodically. You can start spending more time out there, being a part of your environment, and in my view, doing what you were born to do. The more you do that, the more chances you have to reset through that. I think it'll make you a whole lot happier person. So just a little bit of, I guess, like deep thoughts from me, right? This is a totally different video. I hope you guys like it. If you got an opinion on, you know, any of the stuff I did today or what I just talked about, again, sorry about the pressure washer in the background, but any of that, leave a comment. Let me know what you do to do a reset. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like videos like this, let me know too. I'll do more of them. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good new year.